Hey there again, folks. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Remember11, The Age of Infinity. And I would like to make an announcement. This video is not sponsored by Red Baron Pizza, but it could be. I could say that its pepperoni is delicious. Its cheeses are scrumptious. And it makes you really filled at the end. And happy. I could say all that, but I'm not. Yet. So, if somebody wants to give me some money from Red Baron, I'll do it. But on a completely unrelated note, let's get back to the Let's Play. Yeah, they're doing this. They're doing like a thing or whatever. I was like, I still have the box and back here, so I think you do it weekly. So I'll probably keep doing it completely with nothing because that's how it works. You don't win anything. But anyway, let's get back to it. What we were going to decide on saving uni, weren't we? Yeah. Yeah, last time was a bit grim. It was looking bad for him. Yeah, I mean, it's an option, but it's not something that, we're not going to do it. I mean, we're not going to leave them. Even though the game probably knows, I don't know. Sometimes that's your first instinct, is do the opposite of what's good, though, in video games. People prove that in games like Grand Theft Auto, they're like, yeah, I'm just gonna run over this guy on the sidewalk. So of course Grand Theft Auto is a slightly different genre than a visual novel, but the game designers could have written it to where they knew that people would probably want to do the right thing, become invested in the character, so we want to save everybody. And so they might, make it not the right thing to do to make a twist. But anyway, save uni. Decision made. There is no way I could do something as cruel as abandoning someone, and to be honest, it'd probably be one of those choices where they're like, whoa, wait, it's not really an option. Inside this or that, and it's pretty much the difference between the two choices are as if I would do something like that and then proceed on it as it was. That happened in Never 7, I think. Quite a few times. I can't remember specific times. Can't remember this specifically. I've only been playing, through it once, so can't remember Never 17 either. Embrace Uni Tyler.
そんな甘っちょろいこと。
そうだとしても、たとえ綺麗事だって言われても、私にはこんな幼い子を犠牲にしてまで、そんなの耐えられない。
I'd almost lost something important to me as a person. I only end up hating myself unbearably. And
墜落する飛行機の中で私は誓ったの。私がユニを守るって誓ったから。
right now, no matter what happens to me, I'm going to save Uni.
何言ってんの？
Mayuzumi caught hold of me and shook me violently by the
生き
chest.
て帰れるチャンスなのよ。これを逃したらもうチャンスはないのよ。小屋に戻るですって？死にたいの？
でも
私はそんなのごめんよ。
Thrusting me away, Mayuzumi began to walk alone into the
待っ
darkness.
て、眉住さん、一人じゃ危険です。
Yes, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this sword. However, Mayuzumi didn't turn around. Falling several times as she went, she continued treading through. To be honest, I'm not sure what the best idea right now would be. Personally, Yamogi seems like he's one to stay in sound mind. I mean, he can't, he has lost his temper a few times, but seems fairly sound in mind. Then again, who knows? This game's actually about mental instability when you really think about it. So he may not have seen anything, but he seems like the person who would be reliable. Could not imagine something. Imagine seeing something and taking it for fact. This is bad. Letting him go alone would be too dangerous. But look down at Uni. If I left Uni here, his life would be in danger instead. I hesitated. Should I abandon Mayuzumi? Are we making another choice? Maybe she won't die. Maybe we should be able to find the helicopter. Maybe. Shook my head. It was all wishful thinking. Those assumptions were totally meaningless. I was only making excuses in my head, so I wouldn't blame myself if she died. Stood down on his knees, Yamogi shuffled toward us. Still crouching down, he drew Uni close as though to cover him up.
僕がこの子を見ている。追いかけるんだ。眉墨を連れ戻してくれ。それができるのは今君だけだ。
でも
No matter how you look at it, Yamogi and Uni didn't seem alright at all. I'd feel uneasy if I just left them here. If I had to choose between either Mayuzumi or Uni and Yamogi, I'd choose the latter without a second thought. Even so, Yamogi was signaling me to go save Mayuzumi instead. Yamogi looked straight up at me. His eyes were full of a strong will to live.
眉墨は気に食わないやつだけど、それでも彼女を見殺しにしていいわけがない。生きている限り、僕たちには生きる義務とみんなを生かす義務がある。
Good guy Yamogi. His argument started off fairly weak, but got better. Okay. My cat squalled especially loud there. I thought she was in the room here.
誰かを殺してもいい権利なんて絶対にないんだ。
生きる義務とみんなを生かす義務。
だから言ってくれ。眉墨を死なせるな。
I grabbed hold of his clenched fist.
わかりました。
Just as Yamogi said, I won't just let someone die. Everyone's going to survive and return together.
戻ってきます。眉墨さんを連れ戻してきます。だから待っててください。
Yamogi faintly smiled while giving me a thumbs up. The things I can do, the things that only I can do, I'll do them now. Began running through the snow. My damn senses, that's what it sounds like. Flew further and further away as I ran. My knees had already been aching. If I stopped for even a moment, I'd probably collapse and never get back up again. As I'm fixing to get up now, sheesh. Get in here. Okay, there will be background noise, so I hope you guys don't mind. Here, say hello to the people. I hope you're happy. Okay, say goodbye to the people. Alright. Even so, I continued running, feeling the need to redeem myself, along with the strong will to rescue them, thinking everyone will live and return together. Oops. I caught up with Mayuzumi right away. Moved my mouse over too far and the stupid Windows 8 sidebar popped up. Her steps were faltering. She wasn't even able to walk straight anymore.
Mayuzumi-san!
Reached out to grab Mayuzumi's shoulder from behind. Seeing her face after I forcibly turned around, I gulped. Am I actually centered or? Okay, yeah. Just make sure. She was crying.
帰りたい帰りたいの。もうこんなところ痛くない。
She clung to me and begged to me in a voice close to a scream.
ねえ、私たち何か悪いことした？私たち何もしてないよね。なのになんでこんなひどい目に遭わなくちゃいけないの？こんなのあんまりよ。
Mayuzumi-san.
I couldn't find the right words to say, and then I realized it. Mayuzumi was fighting against her fear and anxiety as well. However, she was unable to endure it any longer and had been pushed to the edge. She was also a normal woman. She too was someone who had gone to work every day, grumbled about her superiors, dressed up on her days off, went on dates with the person she loved, smiled and laughed while having fun. Being thrown into this unfair environment, I understand her feelings of sorrow quite well. Felt the same way as she did. Mayuzumi began to walk again as if possessed.
ヘリが助けが待ってる。だから行かなくちゃ。
ダメ。行っちゃダメです。
I grabbed onto Mayuzumi from behind. Now here's a question. What day was the supposed day that they died? Everybody but Uni. I'm not sure. I know it said that they were outside. I'm not sure. You know, now that I think about it, if they were to go back to the cabin, if this was where they were supposed to die, I mean, actually going back to the cabin would be actually a smart thing to do.
話してよ。
There's something I randomly thought of while this moment was going on between Mayuzumi and Kokoro. Mayuzumi struggled to pull herself away from me. However, her strength was so weak that it was pitiful.
行っても誰も待ってません。
Mayuzumi stretched out her hands as if trying to grab something that she couldn't reach.
だってヘリがいるの。待ってるのよ。
いません。この吹雪じゃヘリは着陸できません。だから戻りましょう。お願いだから。あなたを死なせたくないの。
All the strength suddenly left Mayuzumi's body. Through her arms that I held her up with, I could feel her trembling.
なんでこんなことに。なんで。
大丈夫です。希望を捨てなければきっと助かります。だから今は戻るんです。
My words were completely without base. But even so, if they were able to give Mayuzumi some encouragement at the very least, then it was fine. Pulling at the hands of the sobbing Mayuzumi, I walked back in the direction where I had left the uni. Oh, that's something to think about. My sense of direction was completely thrown off by the snowstorm. I was worried about whether I'd be able to return to where uni was. But I promised that I'd definitely return. Believing that, I pulled Mayuzumi by the hand while pushing my way through the snow.
ねえ、あれ見て。
From behind me, Mayuzumi points off into the darkness. There I saw a faint light. It was a beam of flashlight. We rushed towards the source of the light. The beam of flashlight wavered as I called to it. Yomogi had dug a shallow hole in the snow similar to a bivouac. Okay. That I think they've used that word. Oh, and Russell, they used that word too. Confusing in the last episode of it. So yeah, it's a mountaineering term. Uni was curled up against his chest. You wanted in and now you want out. Make up your mind.
まだ大丈夫。でも危険な状態だ。
小屋に戻りましょう。
Yomogi gave me a small nod. Mayuzumi and I helped Yomogi as he began to crawl out of the hole. Yomogi looked like he wanted to say something to the oddly obedient Mayuzumi, but in the end he just gave me a small wink instead. End of self-sacrifice. Some of these chapters have interesting names. Didn't look as though Uni would be awoke by himself. He was still conscious, but his body had gone completely limp. Seeing Uni like that, Yomogi groaned.
低体温症になりかけてる。急いだ方が良さそうだ。
Saying that, he lifted Uni's body in his arms and began to carry him over his shoulder. Okay, so Yomogi was tired. We know that. But then again, Kokoro's been doing a lot of work too. She went after Mayuzumi. I mean, she was helping Yomogi there for a while. She did eat, though. So she probably has the most energy of all of them. So, yeah, I think that's what we'll go with.
よもぎさん、私が背負います。
Saw a look of astonishment spread over Yomogi's face.
無理だ。
よもぎさんこそ無理です。それに私はたくさん食べたからお願い、私に背負わせてください。それが私にできるせめてもの。
Besides, Yomogi had the duty of leading us back to the cabin. Yomogi was still slightly hesitant, but he gave a small shrug of his shoulders in the end.
分かったよ。その代わり途中で辛くなったら言うんだ。いつでも変わるから。
はい。
I took Uni from Yomogi and began to carry him. Even though he was still a child, he was rather heavy. Moreover, my footing was bad. Wondering if my strength would hold out, I suddenly became uneasy. But even then, I have to continue carrying him. I want to do something for Uni, something to save Uni. I wanted to protect Uni. I could feel Uni shivering and his low temperature through my back. Following after Yomogi, I began to walk. Feeling Uni's weight on me, I pray. Honestly, I don't know if the decision to return to the cabin was the right one. It may have been better for us to have just kept going. There might have been a helicopter waiting at the crash site, and the four of us might have really been rescued. We had chosen to return to the cabin with only the thought of not wanting to put Uni through any more suffering in our minds. If that choice was wrong, we would all suffer. Not only Uni, but Yomogi and Mayuzumi as well. Doubt began to overflow into my mind. In this harsh environment, a single mistake in judgment can turn out to be fatal. What was right and what was wrong? That's what I'm wondering. Oh crap. I think it's telling me that I failed. Well, I think what it's telling me is that these last decisions, you pretty much have to make the right choice on all of them. That's what it sounds like. Or you fail. And you know me, I always make the right decision, so I don't have to worry. No, I make a lot of the wrong decisions, so. I know it had one of the endings of Never 7 was like that, or very close to it. You had to get a lot. What was the? Oh, good grief, what was it? Haruka? Yeah, that was her name. Haruka's ending. You had to get a. I can't remember if you had to get everything right, but you had to get a lot of different things right to get the proper ending on her. So. That's what it's saying. But anyway, it's a bit unrelated, but it's kind of sounding like that, don't it? But anyway, guess we're gonna find out maybe next time if I've screwed up. So I do hope you folks enjoy, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Farewell there, folks.